Hello students, welcome to my channel Neurology Made Easy. So in today's video, we will see that how to remember things in neurology while playing some games. So it's about the lower limbs, and in the lower limbs we have different functions like hip extension, hip flexion, knee extension, knee flexion. Similarly, there are muscles that are involved for these actions and there are nerves that supply these muscles. So how to remember how we can remember all this. So I have made a small game. I know it requires time, but sometimes we are not in a mood to study and we want to play some game. So we can make these papers and we can reuse them whenever we want to revise the topic. So let's get started. So here I have made slips with function, that hip extension, flexion, internal rotation, external rotation, hip abduction, hip adduction, plantar flexion, dorsiflexion of the ankle. Likewise, here I have written the names of the nerves. In the lower limb, we have sciatic nerve, tibial nerve, obturator nerve, deep peroneal, superficial peroneal, peroneal nerve, superior gluteal nerve, femoral nerve, and inferior gluteal nerve. Likewise, here you can see that I have written the names of the muscles. So these are the name of the muscles: iliopsoas, gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, minimus, hamstrings, tibialis anterior, tibialis posterior, rectus femoris, adductor longus, brevis and magnus, quadriceps that include rectus femoris, vastus medialis, vastus lateralis, and vastus intermedius, tibialis anterior, extensor hallucis longus, extensor digitorum longus, or we have peroneus longus, peroneus brevis, peroneus tertius, that are the everters of the ankle. Then we have gastrocnemius, soleus, plantaris, and the other muscles like quadratus femoris. Some of the muscles I'll tell you while we are playing the game. So let's get started. You can have partners in the game, like if you're doing combined study, so any one of you can pick up like this with eyes closed or even open, and then he or she can ask the other person to tell that which muscles are involved in hip flexion and what is the nerve supply. So like I asked the other colleague, hip flexion. Now the other colleague has to tell me that in the hip flexion the muscles involved are, okay, let's see where we have the muscles. So we have iliopsoas, just clear it. So for hip flexion we have iliopsoas muscles, and it is also held by rectus femoris muscle, and the main nerve supply is femoral nerve. So basically, if you remember the main muscles and the main nerve supply, that is important. I'll give you another example. So the hip extension. Hip extension is done by which muscle? Pause the video and think which muscle causes hip extension. So the hip extension is caused by gluteus maximus, and the nerve supply of gluteus maximus is inferior gluteal nerve. Likewise, you can play this with other. You can also write the name of the nerve and then you can tell me about the muscles it supplies, or you can you can ask about the muscles, that they belong to which compartment and what is the function of these muscles, like quadriceps. They are involved in the knee. Like, pause the video and write the function of the quadriceps. Yeah, they are involved in knee extension. So these are the quadriceps. So it's very easy to play, and you'll not get bored. Moreover, you can also play this with upper limb, like nerves, muscles, and their function in the upper limb. So do play the game and tell me, does it work for you or not? Thank you.